some of my own children have betrayed me. I am rarely an angry god, but this time there shall be a reckoning. Rage consumes me. The Moorborn invade my home, they attack my children, they attack me. You have proven yourself loyal and capable. I call upon you to serve me once more. The Moorborn penetrated the temple and opened a portal into oblivion. Even now, Daedra swarm within its hallowed halls. Such sacrilege must not stand. Banish the Daedra that defile our temple. Defeat them, and then make your way to my altar. While you slay their minions, I shall determine what the Moorborn are really up to. Now go, and carry my divine rage with you. You shall hear, though you shall never speak of it. This enemy uses guile and subterfuge. I need time to understand the threat they pose. My divine defenses have been breached, and the temple has been invaded. I cannot be seen to fail. Appearances are everything. They feed opinion and belief, and such matters are important to me. But enough questions. Save the temple, and you will be renowned among mortals and favored by gods. The Moorborn penetrated the temple and opened a portal into oblivion. Even now, Daedra swarm. I sense the temple is free of the Daedric incursion. We are well pleased. While you fought for my glory, I learned more about our foes. Magistrix Vox used Daedric magic to split the seams of the wards around the High Chapel. Then she opened an Oblivion Gate to fill the temple with Daedra. You need to get into the High Chapel. Vox managed to bypass the defenses, but its wards are still in place, drawing on the full power of the Tribunal. We must get you past those walls. Without the blessing of each of the three, no mortal may pass through the wards and enter the High Chapel. You have more than proven yourself to me. You have my blessing already. Go to the cloisters of Vivec and sow the seal. My companion gods are absent, but they left trials I can activate to grant their blessings. Pass the trials, and you will be blessed. Vivec's trial will measure your clarity of judgment. He saw our blessed people through vexing times. His wisdom reveals the secrets others keep. So shall yours be put to the test. Vivec's teachings often take the form of allegories and tales. His lessons are learned by listening and then acting. His challenge exemplifies that approach. You must listen, then act. A temple worker named Varman dueled Belronan Telvanni, slaying him before witnesses. But Varman was a loyal spy. To incite such discord was against his nature. As Vivec did, speak with Varman. Determine who truly slew the Telvanni.
My lord Vivec, I bear the most grievous news. Belronan Telvanni challenged me to a duel of blood. I regret to say, I won. It was a small cut upon the arm, enough to settle the matter, but he fell dead. I was advising Tolnus and Galtza when the others arrived, Belronan full of anger, Fenila a sneer on her lips, and Morami resigned to what came next. Belronan claimed I'd interfered in his affairs. He insisted I knew what he meant. Of course not. I told him so, but he claimed it a lie and challenged me to a first blood duel. Then everything turned to death. My blade ended his life and directly caused his turmoil. I willingly submit to your judgment, Lord Vivec. Your word is unquestioned. I am here to command. Though my blow caused Belronan's death, it was set in motion by another hand. I will aid you in discovering the source of this duel, if you will it.
Lord Vivec, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that Temple Netch sent his way, but assured me its contents were vile. One sworn to the temple, quibbling over coin. You should kill him yourself, my lord.
A tragedy, Lord Vivec. Belronan's death in the temple brings great shame to his house. I had thought reasoned words could dissuade him from the duel. Such temper is common to House Telvanni, but it's not my place to question their reliability.
Fenila lent Belronan her blade before the duel. I insisted Vaman and Belronen swap weapons. You would think she was Ash Mountain the way she fumed.
Lord Vivek, I was here when Belronen issued his challenge. He would still live if not for Fenila. She stoked the Telvanni's rage, urging him not to back away from an insult to his honor. She called herself his friend. Curious way to show it. Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronen wouldn't share the note that Temple Netch Morami sold me poison yesterday. I'd planned to hunt cliff racers next week, but decided this was a better way to get rid of vermin, so I poisoned the blade. Belronen should never have traded weapons. Worse, he should never have lost to Varman. My lord, the life of one such as Varman bears no comparison to Belronen Telvanni. Yes, I sought to root corruption from the temple by poisoning that pile of scrib jelly. I'd do it again.
Fenila lent Belronen her blade before the duel. I insisted Vaman and Belronen.
My lord,
You walked in our skin and wrought our judgment. You exposed the lie at the core of all truth. This may be lost on you. It does not matter. We are echoes of Vivek. Nothing more. All things less. We recall the wisdom of his judgment, which differed from your own. You could not know. You are not Vivek. Both. Neither. We rewarded Fenila for her cunning, yet House Redoran suffered for poisoning a Telvanni in another's duel. We flayed Morami for her actions, yet elevated House Hlalu for its actions in exposing a heretic. Can you accept this truth? Through your wisdom and judgment, you have earned Vivek's favor. Receive our blessing.
Sotha Seal values intelligence and ingenuity. He builds, he maintains. He is the master of his creations. He shall test these qualities in you. Sotha Seal has devised a test that allows him to learn more about you each time you complete it. You are to repair one of his clockwork toys, and then break it. All gears turn like the hurling disc. All artifice is ephemeral, and at times, parts are of more use than the whole. There. Divine wisdom. Does that satisfy you?
reason surpassed the Arbiter's trap. In doing so, you've revealed yourself to us. You do not fully comprehend. Such is your imperfection. We are the imperfection of Sothosil, excised from his being, yet never truly apart. We measure the indulgence of inspiration against the necessities of progression. You will never know. You are not Sothosil. Perfection can never truly be attained. By testing one's constantly degrading mechanism against this unknowable goal, you reveal the imperfections of your own device. Can you accept this necessity? For comprehending the necessity of imperfection, you have earned the blessing of Sothosil.
You're too late. Vox has the artifact. The judgment of Veloth is hers. You know nothing, Free. Alcimi can't save you now. I may fall, but you are too late to stop Magistrix Vox. She will destroy you all!
How stress has spread your
I felt a burst of power from the temple and ventured within, fearing the worst. But you've prevailed. What have you discovered? I will discover what powers the judgment of Veloth possesses and why Vox has stolen it. In the meantime, you must pursue Magistrix Vox. For your heroism and service this day, I name you a Hand of Almalexia. Go with my blessing upon you. As Vox fled Warnhold, she went east. With the recent troubles, the Ordinators are on high alert. One of them saw her headed that way. To the east of Mournhold lies Selphora, a quiet village known for its independent spirit. Vox almost certainly passed through there. Start your search in Selphora.
Praise to the three.
I miss Ebonheart. I wish I was home. Master Rostin Vendiel is missing. He went into the Mabragosh camp to make a trade deal. It seems he, misread the mood of this tribe. Something went wrong. I wish we'd never come to the Vale of the Ghost Snake. Ashlanders, but even more isolated than most, worship some snake spirit. Rostin wants to trade for their unique snakeskin leather. They won't tell me anything right now, probably because I'm part of House Hlaalu. Maybe they will talk to you. I heard that the Farseer calls the shots, but Rostin dismissed the notion. He wants an exclusive deal for the beautiful leathers the Mabragosh make, and he may have overstepped. Rostin was speaking to Gulakon Haranok the last time I saw him. Who knows how these places get their names? Ithrini said she heard that the ghost snake was Sithis. Nonsense, if you ask me. All I know is that I saw big snakes near the swamps. They looked very real to me, not ghostly. Thank you for agreeing to look for Master Rostin. I'm sure he was going to talk to Gulakon Haranot. Perhaps he can tell you where Rostin's gotten to. I think the Farseer runs the tribe, but Rostin dismissed that idea. He doesn't believe a woman could have that kind of power. I hope he didn't insult her. Anyway, Rostin went to talk to Gulakon Haranot. That was the last time I saw him.
Yeah!
The last fool that visited us managed to offend almost everyone in the village. Please don't say you're here to finish the job. Outsiders have no place here. The House Hlaalu Highlands should pack up and go. The trader is in Farseer Bodani's hands now. That thought also occurred to me. You think strategically, and I can appreciate that. The trader insulted the Farseer, and her anger may bring more unwanted attention to the Vale. Talk to wise woman Iruahan. She might be willing to help you. If you must. We don't make up stories just to frighten outsiders. This Vale is an ancient place, protected by an ancient entity. The Mabragash have served that entity for many generations. That ignorant outsider, let's just say that he mocked us and made the Farseer very angry. He will serve the Ghost Snake. The Farseer will make sure of that. We do not welcome outsiders, but we treat them with courtesy if they respect our ways.
If you so much as breathe on me, I will feed you to the snakes. I have had my fill of Outlander men. The merchant isn't your concern. His fate is in the hands of the Farseer and the Ghost Snake. Still, something disturbs the Vale. I thought it was the merchant, but now the signs and portents point to you. The signs and portents are all around us, influencing events. Can you not see them? If you want my advice, you should... Wait, what's that? Your presence has aroused the Serpent Bound.
What madness is this, restless spirits? Why have you left the sanctity of the coiled path? Be calm, spirits. Trust in the wisdom of the Ghost Snake.
This is an outrage! I want to speak to the man in charge of this tribe, you crazy woman!
Another outsider. But this one... I have seen this one in my visions. We must speak. I'm not sure if I should welcome you or curse you. This fool has pestered our hunters, importuned our wise women, and insulted me by demanding to speak to the man in charge of our tribe. I brook no challenges to my authority, or disruptions to the Vale. I was going to take him to the Ghost Snake, but all that changed when you arrived. I have seen a vision of you upon the coiled path. You have a role to play in deciding the fate of this man and our Vale. There is something unusual about you. I sense it, and certainly the Ghost Snake knows of you. Talk to this man. Take his measure. Then speak to me when you're ready to face the trial of the Ghost Snake.
I'm a master trader from House Lalu. I'm welcome everywhere, but these people want to sacrifice me to some snake. How should I know? I'm an honest merchant. I just wanted to set up a little trade agreement with the tribe. They make some gold, we make some gold, everybody wins. Next thing I know, they tie me up and act like I committed some crime. I was soaking up the local flavor, if you know what I mean. These Mavrigish ladies are lovely, but my flirting made that witch Badani mad. Besides, they refused to let me speak to the man in charge. Why are they being this way? Well, I did ask the Farseer to summon her boss and get me a glass of Shane, but I asked nicely and everything. Don't let them feed me to the snake. I didn't do anything wrong. I hope she listens to reason. She acts like she's in charge, but she wouldn't even listen to my proposal. Trade proposal, mind you, not a marriage proposal. Those snake hides would earn them plenty of gold. Plenty of gold for all of us.
Back inside.
Of course, of course. Care to join me? Oh, never mind. I'm going.
I see shifting shadows. And what do you think of that, man? Yet he managed to offend and insult nearly everyone. My visions tell me that you will decide this man's fate, as well as the fate of my tribe. You will walk the coiled path and seek counsel with the Ghost Snake. Follow the coiled path to the Fang Spires. Collect exactly 8 bog rats along the way to make a proper offering. If you ever reach the spires, serpent-bound ghosts will challenge you every step of the way. They already sense your presence. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mobrigosh alike. But you must speak to the Ghost Snake. The coiled path begins just outside the village, but know that the serpent bound will block your way.
Your offering pleases me. The warm blood was sent by those who honor and protect this veil. Most curious. Every path leads in two directions, into light and into darkness. Light and dark, good and evil, sunlight and shadow. Two sides to all things, little warm blood. Let me show you. The warm blood is skillful and cunning. The Marbrigash must make their own choices. Connect with the world outside or remain isolated. It is never only light or shadow. As long as they honor my kin and I, they are free to do as they please. Some can stay isolated in the Veil, or some may choose the outside world. Two sides of the same path. The Merchant's presence has already changed the Veil. What happens next is inevitable. I am the Ghost Snake. I am both constant and ever-changing. One thing to you, another perhaps to the Marbrigash. Aid the Marbrigash as you will. The choice is yours to make. I can send you back to the Farseer. She waits for you at her tent.
walked the coiled path and survived? Has the ghost snake spoken? Ghost Snake is wise, but inscrutable. I had hoped he would demand that we bring the merchant to him. It's no coincidence that you arrived at the same time as the merchant. You are bound up in this. You must help us decide. I crafted a snake totem representing the entwined fates of the Mabrigosh and the merchant. Get it from my tent. I will have the merchant brought here. A decision must be made. Our fate depends upon it. Now you must choose. If the Mabrigosh are to remain isolated, place the totem in the fire. If we are to change our ways and trade with the Hlalu, give the totem to the merchant. He will remain in the Vale, serving the ghost snake. I know only that it will change us. Whether for good or ill, only time will tell. Seek guidance where you would. Speak to my people, the merchant, or even the merchant's assistant if you wish. But then you must choose.
I'm a respected House Hlalu merchant. How dare they treat me this way? So they treat me like some sort of criminal? I've been nothing but respectful, and trade would help them. Of course I benefit. I'm a merchant. Trading is what I do. How about this? Propose a limited trade agreement on their terms, and I'll agree to keep other traders away from the Vale.
What's your step among the Mabrigash, outsider? Bah! Rostan claims things won't change, but I don't trust him. If you ask me, the Hlalu are just one step above thieves. If it were up to me, Rostan would have quietly disappeared the first night he arrived here. But you're the one making the decision, not me.
I'm surprised that a man could see the ghost snake and live. At first, I just wanted the merchant to go away. But I've been thinking, perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to deal with the outside world. No, many are set in their ways and fear change. But if we're cautious, we may benefit in the long run. I've spoken to some of the Mabrigosh wise women. They've been perfectly polite. I've been on the receiving end of Rostan's vaunted charms a time or two. I'm not surprised he managed to offend every woman in the Vale. I wonder if the Farseer would consider another option. I don't wish Rostan ill, but I have an idea. They let Rostan live, as long as he promises never to speak of the Vale or return here. Then they sign a trade agreement with me. They deal with me, and I keep other Hlalu traders away. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Everyone wins. Rostan doesn't end up as snake food. I gain prestige among the Hlalu, and Mabrigosh can limit the amount of influence the outside world places on the Vale.
Our fate rests in your hands. By your next action, our fate will be sealed. If the Mabrigosh are to grant access to the Vale, give the totem to the merchant. If we are to remain isolated, tending the Vale without outside interference, burn the totem in the fire. My vision was clear. Your actions will affect our future, perhaps in ways we cannot yet see. Tevini spoke with Iruahan and made that same suggestion. A sly ploy. Clever. I admire that. I would be willing to deal with a smart woman who respects and understands our ways. Rostan will remain our guest while we finalize details with the female trader. We have ways to make sure he never speaks of us again. But have no fear. He will be released shortly. Pity. He would have served the ghost snake well.